our official start of lockdown / learning with Tulu Kannika. And we have a super sweet, adorable friend of mine, Shruthi, who is gonna kickstart this session and get you all artsy with a dried plant root. Yes, honestly, this was an art beyond my imagination, and I was super hyped to see her doing it. And here we are today, learning how to do this art along with her. So hope you join us and have a very relaxing, artsy day. Hey Shruti, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. So it's so nice to have you here, and welcome to Tulu Kannika. Yeah. So I gave our viewers a very quick gist of what we are going to do today. So I told them that we are going to do something very interesting, artsy, with a dried root. Yeah. So would you like to give them a little more detail of what we are going to do, or keep it as a surprise at the end?
I can give you a little bit of details. Maybe we can cover up the details at the end. The brief would be that we're going to create a tree from the dried roots of a plant, and maybe you can see when we just start. So it'll be a special tree.
So to everyone out there, what we have done is we picked out 1, 2, 3 roots. I went into a garden and picked it out after I asked Shruti what kind of root is required. And then, so she cleaned it and everything. I did not do much of the work, but we stuck it on the cardboard or the sheet that we're going to do the art on, right? And now, Shruti, over to you. So help us understand how we can transform this to a beautiful tree, and let's begin.
Here's the root that we have stuck, which will be forming a part of the tree. Okay, so first up is we're quickly gonna paint the roots black. So once we paint the roots black, you can, while painting, you can ease out wherever you want a symmetry to come, like a trunk of the tree, or say the barks, or wherever the twigs you want, you can just have that painted. So let's quickly paint a little small twig that we have stuck, and this forms the base of our tree. It isn't quite symmetric here to the base of the tree, so what we can do is, while we paint the roots of the tree black, we can make something that looks more symmetric. And so when you go about doing the root painting, you can maybe see this is how it comes out, and you can try and bring in some symmetry while painting. It doesn't have to be too thick as well, so you can keep it light, but ensure that it's in a single color. So myself and Shweta have chosen to do a cherry blossom tree, create a cherry blossom tree today. So we're choosing pink, red, white, and a mixture of all these for our tree. You can choose any color that you want. It doesn't have to be the ones which we're choosing. It can be green as well, and shades of green. Yeah. So that's about it. So if you can see, my tree trunk isn't touching the ends of the sheet, but if need be, if you have a longer root, maybe it can. If you wish, you can just paint it a little more down here so that it starts from the edge of the sheet. If not, you can just leave it. Maybe you can put some detailing over here at the end, because now if we start painting the tree, then this would be hitting your hands and you spoil the painting. So you can make some natural paintings over here which looks like the ground from where the root is started. Or if you don't wish to start from the edge of the sheet, what you can also do is, once you're done with the painting, maybe you can frame something like this on the edges, and you can have a border like say black in stripes, and you can take out this from the sheet, from the book here, and then maybe frame it as well, and it will look like a 3D painting. And if you feel it's bent towards one side like mine is, that's because of the root. So it will all depend on the roots that you choose, but we can keep the tree natural, and we know all trees aren't straight enough, so you can keep it as natural as possible and just go about painting the root as is. Yeah. So
When I was picking the root, I was asking Shruti which root, what should be the shape. And she told me any root is fine. It's your tree. So, it does not have to be perfect. And I think that line is something that made me feel that it's very special. Because relating back to life is not perfect. And what you make out of life is totally dependent on how you want to frame it, even in the most difficult times. So that's a learning that I took from this art. So it is special.
So you can take leaves from the mint leaves, the leafy vegetables that you bring home. So you'll have some fibrous roots. You can make use of those roots, ensure that it dries up, and then you stick the root, paint it, and then for the additional roots that you want in the tree trunk or the tree as such, you can just add in those fine lines of paint that look quite natural. So you can choose any root that you want.
Yeah. And the root that I am using, so they had uprooted a coconut tree. I'm not sure if the tree fell off or what was the case. So the root was outside. So I took a piece of that, and that is the root that I'm using.
Oh, that's nice. So it's all about upcycling as well, not just going about using the natural root. Or you can choose to have a gouache or any other paints, just watercolors or whatever paint that may be. We're choosing acrylic because it stands out and it doesn't spread as much. Watercolors, if you were using and you just do a streak and then it spreads. So that's mainly why we choose acrylic. It dries up fast and it gives you a good finish as well to your painting. So next up is the tree. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some cotton balls you can make, or you can just use bare cotton and just fold it so that you can hold the cotton in your hands. And we're gonna dab paints on this and just go all about the tree. You can shape the tree as you want. So you can make a rough sketch maybe. If you're very new to painting, you can make a rough sketch here as so, and then go about coloring them with the cotton balls. Or if you have a fair idea that, yeah, this is how my tree should look, so you can go about doing that as well. So I'm gonna go freehand. Yeah, so this is how I've dabbed. Now I have slightly pink on this side, there's white over here, and then there's a slight damp of red on this edge. Yeah, so we can also use earbuds in the end like so, and you can give a touch up, but for now we're gonna just go about dabbing. we will do is we will take earbuds and take some dark red. White is already there on the sheet, so we can choose dark red and give it those light leaf-like structures here and there. Since you can go however you want, doesn't have to be perfect. You can make some natural leaf-like structures as well. Yeah. So we will kind of give it a round shape here. I will be taking a little more of pink and red. Whites here and there, that would ensure that the picture comes out beautifully and the fillers are perfect. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this the way it is and just add in few whites. See, that's how whites would look. I'll run over the reds that we just did to give it a tinge of. Yeah, you can also lightly add purple to it because there are trees that the fillers are perfect. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this the way it is and just add in few whites. See, that's how whites would look. I'll run over the reds that we just did to give it a tinge of. Yeah, you can also lightly add purple to it because there are trees that we can see, at least in Bangalore we find trees which are purple and pink in few seasons.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I don't know which season that is.
Yeah.
There'll be yellow, red, purple,
pink,
trees.
and
Yeah.
and few which are totally violet in color.
Yeah.
And there are no leaves at all.
True.
Tot-
It looks very beautiful. Yeah. Like a Disneyland.
True, and it doesn't feel like you have to visit some other place or country to see those trees. You can come down to
Yeah.
Bangalore.
True.
So what we're gonna do next is we will do few more branches to the tree using black. So this was the only branch or the trunk that we painted, and we left the entire picture blank. So now what we will do is we will paint the twigs or the branches all over as if it is natural. And just to give you all detail on the brush, I am using Camlin brush, which is sized 35, but it's of a different variety. This, we have a tapered edge to the brush, so it gives a very light little streak. If you don't have these, you can as well use the normal brush of size 1 maybe. If you can see, it's very thin, so you can use this sized brushes. So let me show you in that as well. You can just go about and just connect these to make it a branch. See, that's how it comes with a brush of size 1, and it doesn't have to come in the same line. No hard and fast rules. You can just go about connecting. So I had a root which ended here, so I am just connecting it upwards, but I won't be connecting it here, just to ensure that it looks very natural. You can't see all the roots, all the branches of the tree, so you can take your time and go as slow and as easy as you want. So there was a little branch or the twig that we had stuck here, if you all remember. So I am just gonna connect it, and that's about it. I'm not gonna connect any more roots. I will just add branches here. That's how my tree looks like. So you can go about giving touch-ups anywhere that you wish to. You can make a coconut tree, a tree which has only roots or branches and absolutely no leaves, or just leave it as is and keep it plain and simple. So that's it. We're done.
You're shocked.
Tell me.
I had 2 pink bottles. I thought there was pink in them.
Oh, so there was no pink. Okay.
So I used purple.
Oh, nice. Hey, your tree
I
looks
did like this.
wonderful.